Alright. You just... No, actually, no. What happened?
I thought you were going to 5
countdown.
more. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was my fault. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, besties.
Hey!
Welcome back for another episode of the Hello Bestie podcast. I'm Maggie.
I'm Tashima.
All right, teams. Let's get into it this week.
Do it.
I am muy interesante to hear your take on this one.
Ooh.
Am I the asshole for making my sick husband clean up his vomit? Throwaway. My husband has been dealing with a stomach bug of some kind the last few days. Vomiting, diarrhea, nausea, etc. I've been taking care of him and the house and kids by myself because of it, which is a lot of work with 2 under 5. This morning, my husband wanted to try eating something, so I made him toast as requested. As he was on the couch nibbling on his breakfast, I was making our toddlers their breakfast and feeding them when I hear him violently gagging in the other room. He'd been hanging out in the living room during his entire illness, so he had a trash can there in case he had to puke or whatever. I called out to him to remember to use it or go to the bathroom if he thought he was going to vomit. He didn't listen and threw up all over the floor and got some on the couch. Husband then comes into where I'm feeding our kids and says he's going to go to our room now so I can clean up his puke. I said, absolutely not. There was really no reason for him to vomit all over the floor, so he needed to take care of it. I had been cleaning it up all weekend already without complaining when he was getting sick by surprise, but he had plenty of time to prepare for this and not make a mess. Husband is now all mad at me for not showing him good bedside manner. So am I the asshole? There's an update. All day my husband kept making snide comments at me about not being a good wife and anyone who cares about their loved one wouldn't punish them when they're sick.
Baby. Ain't no way.
So what you think?
She's not the asshole?
At all.
Like, you already know.
Yeah, Tima's quarantine queen
Yes,
around
I
here.
am. Yes,
You
I
in the
am.
living room?
You got a sniffle? Go to your room.
You're in the common area?
Common area with the
a trash
stomach
can?
bug? And I got toddlers that touch everything?
Yeah.
There's no way. Like, the fact that you would even be in a common area when you have something that contagious blows my mind. No way. And you just threw up all over the floor and the sofa and now you want to go get in our bed? And I'm supposed to clean up your mess?
You could have been in the bed anyway. If you're just going to end up going there anyway, you should have been in there anyway.
The whole time. So I don't have to clean the entire house every time you decide you want to move around.
And
or breathe
re-sanitize
my
everything,
air.
right.
You would have been in that room with the windows up,
Sucking up
AC
all day.
off. Handle your business. Don't move from this room. I don't want to see the whites of your eyes for like 5 to 7 days. Like, you're going to come out of there looking like Schmeagol.
When I read this, and I was like, the living room
No.
with the trash can, so you know you just around here just randomly throwing up anywhere. And hey, you're sick, that your body is going to body
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're sick. It's got to do what it's got to do. But don't do that in the
No.
living room,
Mm-mm.
a shared area.
No.
Keep it in your bedroom. And then she can sleep with, like, she can find somewhere else
Right.
to sleep and do something like that. And it's the expectation. You didn't say, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
So
go
you
ahead and
can
go
clean
upstairs
it
now
up.
so you can take care of that. What? So you well enough to sit here and watch TV and do this and get
Yeah.
up and go walk to the room? You can go get some cleaning products and you can clean up this vomit that you just got all over the
Right.
place.
And I've been taking care of you. You want to talk about how much I'm a bad wife? I can show you better than I can tell you. Because if you thought that was me being a bad wife,
Someone
just wait and
said,
see, sir.
so she doesn't have 2 kids, she has 3.
Clock it.
She said that she showed him everyone's comments. She said, I've received many DMs and there's been lots of comments about hubby possibly getting me and our children sick. Don't worry, the rest of us are okay. Husband likely got food poisoning from eating food that had been sitting in his work break room for nearly 24 hours.
Ew.
What?
How old are
He's
you?
just making poor decisions
Yeah,
all
are
the
you
way
well?
around. Like,
Who does that?
but are you that hungry? It says, so I showed him your comments and it finally shut him up. I feel very validated. Girl.
Suck a MC. Okay. Oh.
I'm gonna go in the room while you go ahead and candle that.
It'd be sitting there. Let me know when you're done. Me and the kids can come back. So I have a BuzzFeed thread.
Okay.
I'm really liking these lately.
Yeah, the last one was fun.
Yeah. So this one is a little creepy. I just learned about third man syndrome and I can't stop thinking about it. And then there are some examples of people who've experienced it themselves. Have you heard about this before?
I have no idea what this is.
Okay. If you've ever felt like there was someone else with you, even though you knew you were completely alone, well, you just might have experienced third man syndrome. Essentially, third man syndrome, also called third man factor, is a phenomenon that occurs in times of distress and crisis. It's the feeling that there's another person or entity alongside you, even though you're all alone. People report feeling, hearing, or even seeing this third man who acts as a voice of comfort and support in an otherwise horrifying time, or literally saves their lives. I once fell about 10 feet from a ledge overlooking a lake. The ledge was above large rocks, and as I fell, I was sure I was about to be gravely hurt. Suddenly, I felt a large hand on my back that caught me and pushed me against the wall. Surprised, I turned around to thank my savior, and no one was there. I was dangling over the rocks, feeling the hand as it pushed me straight against the wall until both my feet were secured. I cannot explain what happened that day, but I know there was something there that saved me. Twice in my 20s, I fell asleep while driving on a highway.
Damn.
Yeah, you need to take the bus.
Yeah. Damn.
Just in the nick of time, a voice from the back seat said my name in a very commanding tone, waking me up so I could hit the brakes. I'm still very much alive, 76 years old, and I figured someone there likes me. I'm disabled, and I survived the attacks on the Twin Towers. I was buried under the debris for about 15 hours, but I was never alone. I kept hearing from a voice that said his name was Michael. When I was weakest, he would just keep me talking to him. When I was rescued, I found out that there was never a man named Michael anywhere in the area. I still wonder if that voice was what saved me from being another death of that terrible day. Years ago, I was heading back by train from my parents' house to university. It was late, and I had my head resting on the window with my eyes closed. Suddenly, a voice started telling me to move. It got louder and more urgent, but when I opened my eyes, there was no one yelling at me on the train. The other few passengers were all minding their business. The voice in my head got louder and louder, more and more urgent. I felt silly moving, but I finally couldn't ignore the voice any longer, so I scooted a seat over and sat upright. Just then, a bullet came through the train window right where my head had been.
Whoa.
I'd have been done for had I stayed where I was.
Wow. Dang.
I was a teenager in the 80s and was driving alone at night in a rainstorm. A lot of these seem to have a very common trend. I hate driving at night, especially in rain. Anyway, I ended up hitting a pothole and my tire popped. It was kind of in the middle of nowhere, but I somehow made it to a parking lot. It was empty from what I could tell. This was obviously before cell phones or anything, so I was going to try and change my tire myself when I realized I didn't have a spare. I sat back in my seat trying to think of what to do when I heard a tap on my passenger window. There was a man's voice saying, "You need a hand, miss?" I felt my car being jacked up and heard the sound of someone messing with my tire. I remember clutching a tire iron in my hand as I got out of the car to try and get a better look at the guy and see what the hell was going on. As suddenly as he appeared, he was gone.
Mm.
Then it says, I sat in my car again thinking. A few minutes later, the rain cleared up a bit and I made my way to the store whose parking lot I ended up in to try and use their phone to call my dad. My dad showed up with a spare tire only to tell me all my tires were totally fine. So now I always wonder if any of it was real at all.
Hmm.
Isn't that crazy?
That is weird.
I was alone downstairs watching TV, and my son was asleep upstairs in his crib. I heard a male voice very close by say 2 words, "Go now." I startled. I jumped up and took the stairs 2 at a time to my son's room, where I found he'd somehow moved his entire crib. He moved it enough that he could reach his silver metal airplane mobile, put the weighted ball in his mouth, and was silently choking on it.
Oh.
I flipped him over my arm and did the maneuver to expel it, and we both sat on the floor crying in relief. No sound came from the monitor we had. If not for that clear warning, he wouldn't be 37 years old now.
Damn.
Some of these are like nuts.
That's powerful.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't think that was dark. If anything, I think it was like kind of uplifting, kind of
I don't know. I guess so.
like, I don't know.
They're just kind
May
of like,
everyone have something like that saves them.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Want to get into a game?
Yes, please.
All right. We'll keep going with Would You Rather. Haven't had any
Part of
potpourri go on there.
Part of me kind of misses.
Mhm.
Is it bad opinions?
Is it bad opinions or bad choices?
Bad choices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I miss it. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Would you rather only use technology from the year 2000 or only wear clothing from the year 2000?
Technology.
Really?
You know, I don't use half the new, like, it would make me no difference.
Clearly.
Either. Yeah, like.
Maggie's on the phone, hello? With an antenna like a mile high.
No, never mind. Like, I would
Clothing
use
for
half
sure.
this new stuff that's out as it is. Just found out how to find my phone on my watch a few months ago.
Maggie's like, yeah, I'm going to put this on the floppy disk.
Would you rather have free flights for life, but you always have to sit in the last row of coach, or free gas for life, but your car is an ice cream truck?
Free gas and an ice cream truck.
Really?
Yeah, I had to sit in the last row when I flew Southwest for the first time, and I didn't know that, like, you buy your ticket, and when they line you line up by your row alphabet and then in numerical order. But when you get on the plane, you pretty much can sit wherever you want. That's just how you board the plane. And so when I didn't know that. So I'm thinking, like, I'm going to go to my assigned seat. It doesn't matter where I stand in line because we all have our seats.
Right.
So I was the last person in line. So I ended up sitting in the back row of the airplane right by the bathroom.
Mm.
And it was awful. It was the worst time ever. Not only didn't it feel safe, but then to sit next to the bathroom was not a good time.
I don't think I've ever sat all the way in the very back row.
It's not enjoyable.
Like, I've sat in the back, but I don't think the very last, my back is against
my back was to the bathroom. And it was on and popping in there because it was a decent hour's flight.
Oh, man.
And I was on my way home before, when you have to check in.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, I paid extra money to be able to be in A boarding. I was like number 5 on letter A. There's no way I am getting preferential seat, because since they also don't do assigned seating and you can sit anywhere you want on the plane, everybody in the front of the plane was like 2 people in a 3 row.
Sure.
So the further back you go, you're like low class dirt, and you're like 3 people in a row because everybody in the front wants to have space in between them and somebody else. So yeah, I learned that lesson. I was Southwest wilding out.
Yeah, I've never flown Southwest. Every airline I've flown, and I've flown quite a few, it's assigned seating.
I didn't even know that
If
was
it
a
says
thing.
I'm in 4C,
Yeah. Like
that's
whoever
me right there.
whoever is in charge or created Southwest clearly has like a type B personality. Because for a type A person, I'm like, what do you mean everybody can just sit where they want? Like, where are the rules?
That's what
It's
I
like
said,
the
like-
Wild Wild West of airline. Like you just what? I couldn't. I'm like, girl. They probably were looking at me when I went to the back of the line, like. Get to the back of the bus, brokey.
Having said all of that, I would take the flight.
Oh.
I would take the free flights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enjoy. I just told you it's the worst thing ever. You're like, that's okay.
Fly anywhere forever? Like, no. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll deal with it. The destination is more important than the trip getting there. I ain't trying to be riding around no ice cream truck. Free gas. I'm gonna fucking drive it anywhere.
You're probably right, but that was awful. Would you rather travel around the world with your family or your best friends?
My family.
Oh. I was waiting for you to be like, oh my god, I love to travel with my bestie. That's my best friend. Yeah, me too. Same Z's.
I want to travel there. That's rough, but I mean, shit. That's a tough one.
It's cool. Same. I would do the same. I would travel with my family, hands down. It's a no-brainer. Go on.
Awkward. Would you rather get free massages for life or free haircuts for life?
Massages.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get haircuts at salons.
You don't, but you really don't like massages either, so that's, I don't know. I guess
I
thought
mean,
by default you might.
I'd rather get a massage than have somebody snipping around on my head and
True.
doing all sorts of stuff.
True.
So, yeah, no.
Mm.
Would you rather have a library that contains a copy of every book ever published, or have a library with all of your memories written down?
Library with all my memories written down.
Same.
Yeah.
That'd be some shit. I literally would have probably every genre.
Yeah.
Including spicy.
Would you rather date someone who hates live music or date someone who hates going to the movies?
Date someone who hates live music. I'm not a big concert goer, but I love movies.
I agree with that.
So
I don't mind live music, but
I'm not usually running out and buying tickets to a concert.
I agree.
Just to be on my feet.
And most songs, they sound better in the recording studio than you doing it live.
Most.
So
What I realized with the concerts that I've gone to is it's very humbling. And I don't even want to say humbling, but it really shows you like how much bigger TV makes people. Because sometimes when you see these people in real life, and you're just like, wow.
Not the look down.
You're really small. Like, I didn't realize this person was so small. Or, you know, they show you the clips of the concert, and you're like, man, that must have been a time. But then, have you ever seen the videos where they have the people who are dancing, but then it has, like, tennis shoes, like, in the gym room, like, squeaking around?
No.
So funny. But it's just...
Like the basketball
Yes.
sounds.
You see somebody dancing and they're like putting their back into it, and then you hear like basketball sneakers like squeak, 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 squeak.
No.
It just sometimes it doesn't always level up where, you know, yes, it's amazing and they can do super cool things, but sometimes like the edited version is a lot more exciting than the real life version. So that's when I'm like, nah, I could miss the concert.
Yeah.
And just allow you to be memorialized as like really cool than me seeing you like scooting around on a stage from afar.
Scooting around.
Would you rather for 1 hour every day your partner has unrestricted access to your thoughts, or for 1 hour every day, your partner has unrestricted access to your cell phone.
My cell phone.
Same.
Yeah.
The internal monologue in this mug should be in a straitjacket. Like, she's unwell. There's no way I can allow anyone ever to know what is happening in here. Like, she's unhinged.
Just a huge invasion of privacy. We don't need all that.
Yeah, no. You can have my phone.
That's for me.
Enter at your own risk.
Yeah. Would you rather have no taste buds or be colorblind?
I don't know.
Okay, so I've had no taste buds before.
Mm-hmm.
COVID
Yeah.
fucked me up for a little bit. I couldn't taste a thing. That
Right.
sucks.
Right.
But to see everything in black and white,
Right. I love color, Avi.
I'll take the,
Taste buds.
yeah.
That's what I'm leaning towards. But your girl like to eat too.
I mean, I do.
And I have a sweet tooth.
I do.
I guess taste buds it is.
Hmm.
I know some people who still haven't gotten their taste back or smell back.
Yeah.
And it was like during the first wave.
Yeah, like the 2020 wave.
Yeah.
The original. Yeah.
Nuts.
Mm.
All right, besties.
Alrighty.
Well, let us know your would you rather. Let us know your thoughts down below. And make sure that you tune in for our episode next week for Book Club Tuesday.
Book Club Tuesday.
Where we're going to be reading or reviewing The
Arrangement
Arrangement.
by Kirsten Modglin.
Yep, that one. Yeah, so
Be sure to check out your Ham Right podcast too.
yep. The link for their channel is in the description below.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real, for real. Oh, sorry. I only said that because you're like, yeah, you know. Okay, never mind. All right, besties, we're going to see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye. Hey, besties.
Hey.
Happy Tuesday. Whoa, sorry. Bitch, I was just about to be like, it's the last Tuesday of the month. You know what that is? Okay.
Yeah, you do have energy. So I was like, okay, that's what we doing.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, besties.
Hey.
Welcome back for another episode of the Hello Bestie podcast. I'm Maggie.
I'm Tashima.
How's it going, teams?
Good. It's going pretty good, Maggie. How's it going for you over there? Over yonder.
My voice flipped. How's it going?
Pretty good dog too.
Oh my god. Okay.
Ooh, we got this.